So, Marty. All right, guys. First of all, thanks for here again. Just planted the I'll go through the process over here. If you guys have any questions anytime, feel free to talk. During actually about a year ago, I was approached by a coach that asked me if I'd be interested in doing it. I said, it took about a year or so for the process to happen. Basically, when I interviewed with an athletic director, coaches, both commissioners, and the biggest thing that they were concerned of why they left the East Basin was they were worried about accountability. All guys accountable for the things that they do on the field and off the field. And they were concerned about the integrity of the game. They were worried that officials were just going to the game for a paycheck. It wasn't like back when I used to work it. They went in for the love of the game. You want to get that passion back, fight it back, come from the community. You're happy to be in Division III with a possibility of moving up to higher levels. My background, I'm starting my 17th year in the National Football umpire. I also work for the COC, who, if anybody doesn't know the COC, the Collegiate Officiating Consortium. They do the Big Ten, the MAC, Pioneer, the Missouri Valley, and 2 Division III schools in Wisconsin. I work for them as a grader. For the last 9 years, worked for all out of the Big Ten. So I got the background to help. What we talked about is how to improve A, accountability, B, integrity, and try to get our staff younger. So the first thing that we're going to implement is some new technology situations. There's going to be quick ref. How many in here work in Division II or higher? Is there anybody? Okay. So you guys are probably familiar with quick ref. Well, the Division II guys didn't have that tool. Bless you. So we're going to have quick ref that's available. What quick ref's going to do is make you accountable for putting your fouls into a software platform, which will generate numerous, I mean, believe me, there's 4,000 reports that I can run on somebody as far as type of fouls they throw. Coaches have the availability to answer questions. They can fire questions at me through video. They also will be able to get reports on how their teams do, like maybe some teams have a lot of offsides, so they can work on that, or false starts, something along that line. So anybody that joins us would get quick ref. You're also going to get Huddle. Huddle's HUDL is also a valuable tool. That's where your video is going to be. Every crew will have the availability to watch their game on Huddle. We will grade through my grading process, try to grade every game. John Schwartz, who's on my committee, is going to be one of our graders. I got Division I guys. I got Jim Eckel, Mark Lazinski, who works in the Big Ten, Eckel works in the ACC, John Schwartz and Bob Bittner are going to be my graders. I'm going to have observers. We'll try to observe 2 crews. Well, we definitely will observe 2 to 3 crews every weekend. We'll try to get to every crew twice during the season. Also, with availability of Huddle, there's these teams, again, a lot of you won't affect too much, JV games. We'll have the ability to review JV games either in person if I go to a game or one of my observers, but also I'll be able to pick some JV games where the young officials are on to make sure they're doing the right mechanics. We got to make sure our mechanics are up to par. The other thing we're going to do is Zebra Web. Zebra Web is where you're going to get your assignments from instead of Arbiter. The cost is quite a bit different. So we'll use Zebra Web for scheduling games. As far as you guys are concerned, And exactly as far as the whole organization is concerned, everybody's on an equal basis. I don't know anybody how they officiate anymore. Okay, I've been out of the league 17 years as far as college officiating. So everybody's on an equal platform. We will have crews. There's weekends. There's more than half the weekends I need 7 crews. I've already looked at the master schedule. So we do need bodies. And we're gonna, in the past, I don't know if you guys work too much upstate New York, but we're gonna have our crews are gonna be balanced. We're not gonna have an all-star crew. Okay, whoever we think are all-stars, we're not gonna have that. We're gonna try to balance, and I'm talking myself and my committee, we're gonna try to balance crews with the help of your director in your area, because I don't know you guys at all. As far as the Division I guys go, or Division II and above, if you have an open weekend and you want to work, I'll put you to work. There won't be a JV game either. But that's up to you guys. There will be a lot of training. A lot of the web conferencing during the week once the season gets started to, do anything that we've had issues on the field, that maybe we've had problems with formations or problem with chop blocks or problems with DPI or something. We can do a webinar where we can get everybody together so we don't have to travel. We're as far as fees go, it'll be the same fees that are currently in the budget, because their budgets are a year in advance. Part of my proposal was to come up with a 3-year proposal on payments. And I went to the Division III coordinator, his name was Mark Baltz, who I know very well. And they had a meeting a month or so ago, and the average fee in the United States is $225 flat. So my proposal came in at that with 3% cost of living index for the next 3 years. I got that shot down because their budget's already done for this year. So whatever the fees are locked in is what the fees would be for this 2016 season. 2017 going forward, we would then use a new fee structure. The other point, and you guys got to make a major decision on, is I had 17 schools so a week ago. 3 of them have decided to, because they're leaving next year, they're leaving the Liberty. Springfield, WPI, and Merchant Marine. They're not going to use our services this year. They're going to stay with the ECAC. So those guys that live in the Massachusetts area, you got a decision to make, okay? But it's just like belonging to a McGonaghy or Milt Halstead or any of those other guys. Make a commitment to whatever organization you want, whether it's ECAC or myself. We formed a new name called the Northeast Football Officiating Consortium. That way, because I got 2 conferences, it's easier than calling it the other way around. Actually, the commissioners came up with that name. But be loyal, whoever you decide to go with, you want it, that's your #1 choice. And then we will work, Bill Ward and myself will work whichever way you go to fill you in on off weekends, okay? But you got to make a decision. And with us, you got to make a decision soon, because I've got to input over 100 names into QuickRep, ZebraWeb, to get that thing up and running. I've got about 60% of it done right now. And it takes time to put everybody's name and address, email address, and cell phone numbers, what they want. So that's how QuickRep's going to work off of that. Same with ZebraWeb. But we need guys. I mean, we got Albany or Union and RPI in our backyard. Then you go to St. Lawrence. There's Team Utica. 3 hours you meet, almost to Rochester, Syracuse. There's a lot of schools. I'll have 14 schools that I'll be doing. The advantage is also I'll be tied in with the COC, the Big Ten. So advancement. Being able to move up the ranks into the MAC. I handle the stuff at the University of Buffalo now. So be able to observe you, get you in the pipeline to move up the ranks if you want to. Something each individual's prerogative, family life, or what they have to do. You'll also be getting, I've already sent out 1 test already. You'll be getting tests that come from either CFO or the Big 12 or the Big 10. I got connections that we're going to get tested. So we'll stay in the rule book. I find that we're lacking in that area. We're lacking in our study skills on the rules. So we got to work on that. Evaluating, don't get caught up in the evaluating process. You will be graded. That's just a tool to help with the NCAA playoffs and to get to know everybody better along that line. Again, we could use some bodies in this area. 15 to 20, I'm guessing, would be great. Obviously, we don't have that numbers here. But that's what we'll be doing. The clinic, I'm going to have a one-day clinic, which is mandatory. It's going to be July 23rd. We haven't picked a location yet, but we're leaning towards Hobart, a little bit more New York State centralized, because I got guys coming in from Buffalo. It'll be one day. You'll be weighed, but there'll be no run. But we still expect you to be in physical condition. We'll be able to tell that through our observers and through your videotapes. So you'll be weighed in, and then we'll have the basic clinic. We'll have a general session where I'll go over new rules. We're going to have a couple speakers come in. I got Bob Wagner from the Big 10, who handles all their assigning. He's going to come in and talk about advancement. I'm working on a couple NFL guys coming in to talk for, like Tom Hill will handle the downfield. I got Eddie Camp, who was interested. He's a line of scrimmage official out of New York. He's interested in coming up and talk. We'll have availability of the NFL films. And you got great stuff on quarterback low hits, on DPI, arm bars, offensive holding, defensive holding, all kinds of good stuff. And the good news is they're 7-man mechanics, so we don't get into an 8-man. Clock operators are assigned by me. Most schools are requesting 2 clock operators. So if you got off weekend, you might be a clock operator. This goes for the young guys. There's really no young guys in here. I mean, there's no first-year guys here, right? You've all right, so you might be a JD/clock operator on a weekend, okay, depending upon what weekend. I need 7 twos versus 5. Okay? But good news is you get paid, and you learn the game on that. Another big thing they had was philosophy on closeout dates. They were really concerned, this is the committee, on guys at the last minute turning games in. And I said, well, we'll try not to have that happen. You know, things happen. I don't know how many of you guys still work high school games on Friday night. But in our area, we encourage it to keep the high school boards happy. And plus, it helps with recruiting. We need to recruit. Our groups are getting old, believe it or not. So we've got to get new blood into the organization. Any questions right now? You get fire away, seriously. This is the time to do it because we're going to ask if you want to join. It's a quick turnaround because I got to get you in. I got an application that you got to fill out. It's simple. Don't get hung up on it. I told you guys from it. Don't worry about page 2. Page 2 has to do with references and stuff, but you're not new. You don't have to worry about that. Page 1 is critical because I need cell phone numbers that I can read, and email addresses that I can read. And another big bugaboo is what college you went to, if you went to a college. That does not work for a college you went to school with. They work for their school that they graduated from. The coaches found out about it and became a big problem. So if that happens and I catch it, you'll be fired. Down at the bottom is what position you want to work. Okay? Rank them. 1 referee, 2 umpire, 3 headline, whatever. There's clock operator around here. Don't worry about that unless you want to be clock operator. You're not going to be clock operator. I mean, a retired guy that's a clock operator. The 3rd page, and this is what they're doing in the big one, is expectation. contact with coaches. Okay, we had guys that call coaches up for other reasons, for either the politics or the team thing. They're not going to have that in the time. You're going to have huddle, you're going to have quick rep. Then you call a coach, that's my job. If you have a problem with a coach, I want to hear about it. And you don't want this stuff to cost you. But that's the code of conduct that they wanted. Again, and of course, the last page is the signature. There is a fee to join us. It's $125. All what we paid last year, EAC. Division 2 and higher do not have to pay that. That's the full time with me. So your guys are working at a higher level, don't have to pay. But they still have to fill out an application. And got to get them in the system. That's the biggest issue, getting them in the system. Any questions on that? And seriously, in the master schedule, there's 11 weeks. I'll bet you 8 of them I need 7 crews. I don't have that. Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, Utica, Watertown, or so we need help. You know?
Bill, what about guys that are in crew for Billy Ward? There's no ECAC, so he's on his own like you are. But if guys from there, will you accept their 3 dates and fill them in?
Yes. If they showed you the Bill Award Conference, whatever you call themselves now, okay, the OBCA, if they committed to them, like if you live in Springfield, I would commit to them because of where you live. So if there's an off weekend, I'll use a couple of minutes official. You still got to fill out the app. I'll probably waive the fee, okay? But you still got to get you in the system. I got to get you in foot rest, and you got to get that huddle account. I'm not sure Ward's going to use that, okay? Pretty sure he's going to use quick rest. I know that. I know what conference to sign up for. Well, yeah, we'll use it. Yeah, if you sign up to be 100% me, you're off weekend with me. He's going to whatever else he has up in that area.
You sure of that?
Not 100%.
I don't think he's going to.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
because one hand's going to wash the other when it comes to that area.
you should give him a call. I think.
I got an email out because, quite honestly, he has a school called Alfred State. Way up.
Right.
Yeah. Probably sent his crew from Boston to Springfield all the way there in my backyard. Vice versa, he's getting my 3 schools. So, I mean, again, I can't speak for him if he's going to be like that, staying in him, but I'm not going to be like that, okay? I'm going to use the best. If you can't officiate, then I'm not going to use you. Like, I'm looking for good officials. You want to work and have fun. That's the key. The expectations are to have fun and you go out, and the coaches want to see that when they get on the field. They can tell. They knew there was problems. They knew there was problems. Here's how they go through that. They want to fix and make Division III football fun again. Did I mention that you'll get paid from the schools how you normally get paid from the schools? Well, nothing to do with that. Okay. So, the union pays you by arbiter, and you get paid by arbiter. If you pays you own company check, you're going to get paid by the own company check. All right, I have nothing to do with that aspect of it. We'll monitor it. Like if you don't get your fee in it, let me know, and I'll get a hold of you. The referees are going to contact. Is there any referees in here? Our referees are going to contact the school like the Wednesday before a game to make sure we got parking, locker room, tickets if they need it, owls, refreshments, all that little bullshit stuff that the head coach doesn't want. Their game administrators, their game day coaches. But we expect the referee to call and confirm all that. Also, you're going to let them know if there's an observer coming, because you know if there's an observer coming that day, so you have to.
Billy, talk about the observers. I mean, you said the Division I guys. I'm thinking you're working on Saturday.
No, I
retired guys.
Graders.
Oh, okay.
My retired guys, I got Jimmy Sheehan. I'm hoping for Stan Evans. Jimmy Sheehan, that would be it. I don't think they can go any higher than that, but they're going to travel. They come down here, they go to St. Lawrence. And I'm going to try to see 2 crews, at definitely see 2 crews a year, and based on maybe a different type of game, or one guy struggling, or a crew struggling, those things, somebody there. But we're gonna grade every game.
Yeah, Bill, can you discuss what you mean by grade?
We're gonna look at the film. So John did a grade. So John on Sunday night, we did whatever game we had, Union RPI. He did that on his huddle. And he did on play by play and make sure mechanically is what we're looking for. Are we in the right spot? Because we're out to have 22. Don't look. My coach's tape.
You can charge the project, you can't.
They'll break it down. You know, there'll be no calls, correct calls. Like numerical number that the software program decides. I don't decide the numbers. And that helps in training, it helps in evaluation, it helps in video is huge. To make sure mechanically you're looking at the right spot. And that's what we're using it for, is a training. Not to get rid of anybody. I'm not looking for anybody to come in and be a 1 year and done. We're looking for growth, and we're looking for good officials. It's like a few good men, you know, it's like the Army.
Well, just to add to that, the graders, like I'm a line of scrimmage official. We have some that are referees, umpires, or deep officials. We've already talked between us that if I look at a play and it's a deep official and I question maybe something going on, I'm going to pass that play over to the deep official grader so that he can look at it and help me grade it. And I can learn a little bit, but also the right grade goes out to the official.
Which is true. And that's what we do. That's what we do at the COC. We want to do it at the NFL level. So, I mean, I'm an umpire, and if I have a questionable DPI, I don't know the guy, I don't know that. I'll refer to Bob Wagner or somebody who knows that cup of tea. We'll do the same thing. The thing that we can't do is we can't sit on it. I want these reports done by Tuesday because you want to get it out of your head and get it over with. So Wednesday moving forward, you can get ready for the next game. You don't dwell on that, okay? It's a learning curve. I'm not a IT huddle expert, but we do training tapes. I talked to Kapora out of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, who does training tapes, and he gave me a good book on how to do that through YouTube. So we'll pick, 10 plays during the week and use them as training. Again, it's a learning process. It's not a negative process at all. It will not be negative. We won't let that creep in. We won't let personalities creep in. Okay, just because I'm pissed at somebody over a work thing, we're not going to bring it on to the NFL or to the NFOC. Okay, it'll be clean. Anybody else?
Bill, what's your relationship going to be with Brian Platt, West Division, in the Massachusetts, Rhode Island area, and with Jim McGonigal, 1AA?
Okay, Jim McGonigal I have a good relationship with. We'll have correspondence there with as far as recommending on moving people up, okay, and also using his people on off days. Brian Platt, I know of him, but I don't have any kind of relationship with him, which doesn't mean I can't have him. If that's something in your area that you want me to build a relationship with, I will. I don't know him to build a relationship to say, hey, Tom Mooney should be moving into Platt's league. Okay, I don't have that right now.
And I can speak from the graders. We have talked about in the gym also in the past, but that's mainly been Empire chapter because that's who we knew and that's who we've worked games with. But we would do the same with anybody we see.
I will work closely with the director, okay, to get talent on who each individual is. I don't know you guys. Well, that doesn't mean we can't reach out to them if that's something you need. Okay.
Well, it's a progression usually. Guys go there before they go to the CIP and MAC. So Brian and Jim McGonigal have a pretty close relationship.
Okay, and with my relationship, though, we can bypass the division and go right into MAC, which I've done for people. Well, as long as you're progressing to the right steps, that's good. Okay. On that, so that somebody wants, I will reach out to them for that. On that. Anything else?
You're talking about assembling crews. Is it possible that one guy from here could be assembled with the crew largely based out of Rochester and Buffalo? So you would be traveling back and forth?
We talked about that coming down. We were trying to get, to be fair, 2 of you through for travel purposes, okay? But it would be a blend, to answer your question. But I try to keep 2 Western New England people together, okay? The worst thing they want, they don't want, is the coaches don't want the same people coming to every game. They don't want that. Oh, okay? Also, before I forget, you still must be in good standings with your chapter. You're not changing anything that goes on in your Western New England chapter. Still got to be a member. You still got to be in good standings. You do whatever the chapter does, okay? Meeting-wise, whatever they do, okay? I'm sure it's pretty standard in the EAFO. You're not obligated to work in that chapter for anybody. You can work wherever you want, okay? But be loyal to one first, okay? Don't play around with the assignments, because that's what's going to fight you to get a bad reputation. We don't want that. But I will pair you up. Anything else? Anything else?
About grading guys that are just filling in, is that going to be something that will be done as well?
Yep.
Okay.
If you fill in that game, you're going to get graded on that game. You're going to get a report on that game. Even if you'll be observed, you will get that. You will get that feedback within the week. That's the nice thing about quick ref and huddle. It gives you that immediate feedback. Only you or your crew you'll see. You can't see other people's. Now, the disadvantage is, let's say a Division I guy is hopping around a couple different crews. He might, but hopefully he has that integrity that we want now, that he doesn't go and split that. I'm killing John Schwartz is having a bad year. Or Bill Schuster's fucking up, okay? We don't want that. We don't want that spread around. All right? Yeah, good question. Yep. We're going to do no tie. Game. You're going to wear a sport shirt or still a sport coat. And only 3 hours prior, a varsity game, 2 hours there prior to kickoff. So the proper pregame. Already mentioned about Wednesday where the referee was called to the individual school. You get the 3 hours. Again, we all know this, there's no tailgating with alcoholic beverages on school property. So not like back when I was with the drink. Can't do that. So that's going to be your game day philosophy or how we're going to handle it. Okay. The rest of the procedure of the game, meeting coaches all going to say the same. That's all going to stay the same. When the game's over, you'll have Sunday to enter your input. Okay, in the quick wrap. So you got to get used to, your Division I guys will do this, you got to get used to writing a time down on your game card. 51, I called offensive holding on number 51. You got to write what you saw. Grabbing restriction or takedown or arm bar, there's an OPI, DPI, defensive holding, okay? You got to describe it. You don't have to write me an essay. There's no lawyers. I don't want any lawyer shit, okay? It's all got to be, you know what? That gets tiresome when you read 60, 70 of those. That has to be done usually by Sunday afternoon because these reports got to get back to me and I got to get them out to coaches. Okay? That's usually the weekend, yeah, John.
I think the referees, I believe, in all conferences I've worked with, the referees put in the files, and then each position will put in the description of what the file is.
Correct. You're absolutely right. You'll get it. There's going to be, once I get everybody uploaded into Quick Wrap, the guy's name is Rusty McCree from Quick Wrap will send you all an email. That's why I need to write emails. And you'll have a temporary password that will get you in and get you around, okay, without, like a dummy game, okay? And then there's a cheat sheet that's about 6 pages long. It's going to walk you through step by step. I'm still waiting to get finalized on Huddle, on how that's going to get set up. But all schools use Huddle, so So it's going to be a very easy technique, a very easy, cost-effective way to get your video on that.
One other thing in quick ref that you're allowed to do, since a lot of guys haven't been in it, is
Can't swear. Yeah, I just, fuck you.
so anyways, you can put specials in. So if you have like a special could be you passed on something, and as a grader you might want to know that you at least recognize it and explain why. I don't know what Bill's philosophy is, but I think as a grader I'd like to know that you did that, so that either you can learn from it or get graded.
Your grader's good enough to find. Depends if your grader's good enough.
Well,
to
but if you
find
put the special in,
then they find it.
you'll find it. So, I mean, if you,
It's a catch-20.
I know it is, and it's something we could discuss later, but it's also a way to get better.
It is a way. It is a way. Like if you pass on it and you know it's going to show up on film, you write it down. All right, I passed on this OPI because I felt there wasn't enough restriction or something along that line. Okay. You know, I'm the philosophy that you don't want to really trouble. You know, but at the same time, if it's going to jump out, we're going to see it. We're going to find it. And again, it's all training. It's nothing to do with, holy shit, I got 6 downgrades, I'm going to get fired. That's not going to happen. We're going to try to make you better. Maybe it's you're out of position or your head's looking the wrong way, but maybe you had a couple 360 pounders in front of you. Who knows? You know? But the good thing is the video will help us show that on that. Okay? What else?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Yes. Yes. And that's the reason why we formed the Northeast Football Officiating Consortium, is that I can branch out and hopefully branch into the New England area. You know, that's all depending upon the commissioners. But yeah, we're looking to do that. Anybody else? Again, thank you. If you let me give you my contact info. Okay? And if you want to write me an email, my email address is ump129@gmail.com. ump129@gmail.com.
Bill, if they fill out an application, I know this was asked when we met in Rochester, will you forward on the expectations? Because that's
Yes.
a soft copy, right?
Yes. Phone number is 585-362-3920. 585-362-3920. That's my cell phone. That's my contact phone number. And what John is talking about is the expectations that are on this page. When you send the app back, that comes back, but then I'm turning around and going to forward you a copy so you have it.
And also validate the email.
Yeah, because trust me, there's some guys that don't write too well too.
Or type.
Email and cell phone number is critical for QuickFab and Zebra, everything that we deal with, because that's how they communicate, technology-wise.
They're gonna have a smartphone.
They don't know how to work smartphones. Again, you'll be getting periodically memos, tests that I want. Part of accountability is send the test back to me. Whether or not I grade it or not, I don't know. But send them back. We're not going to say you missed 12 of them, but there will be a closed book exam at the clinic. It won't be hard, trust me, because I'm not a very good test guy myself. I'm going to try to get crews out. Another question is, I'm going to try to get crews out by the 1st of June. I'm really waiting to hear from you guys what the holdup is in putting the final package together. After that, I've got the master schedule of all the schools, of the 14 schools. I got the master schedule. So then, shortly after that, we'll get schedules out. I'm working on getting all the JV schedules. They're a little bit difficult, and harder to get for some reason. That's it, that I know of, yeah.
You mentioned JV schedules, and that was also a question in our other meeting was, for JV games, will you be assigning more of it in a regional way?
Yes. JV games will be regional. I don't want you guys traveling all the way to Alfred or Buff State or something stupid like that. Yeah,
And 2 hours before game?
yeah, that's 2 hours before games, pregame on JV. And they're mostly Sundays, okay? So you can work your Friday night high school if anybody still does high school. Those are mostly Sundays. There's a couple Mondays. We open up on a Friday night. We have a Friday night game in St. Lawrence. No one. So that's the first weekend.
If you JV game, will you also want reports
No,
for them, just varsity?
right. But we will watch you on huddle. Okay? We didn't do that. They didn't do that in the past. Did they have JV?
Not that I'm aware of that they have video available.
Well, not video, but they didn't do any kind of foul reports.
No, I don't think so.
No, we probably won't because of, it's a learning. I might, let's say you're a head linesman, I'm just gonna say, but you also want to down the road be a referee. That's where I'd worked a lot of referee on JV, okay, to get that experience. We need referees, okay? So that's where you get that experience, is in that arena, okay? I don't want to throw you.
The other question is, thinking ahead like off-season, what do you foresee as kind of ongoing training and development once the season ends before we start off?
Good question. Biggest thing is, as soon as the Division III playoffs have ended, you all should apply to the various leagues to be advanced, whether it's the COC, which is the Big Ten, the ACC, McGonaghy's, which is the CIP, any of those conferences. I'll have contacts where you say, Bill, I want to apply. Here's who to apply. You should do that immediately because it gets you in the system. Trust me, it gets you in the system so that we can assign spring practices to you. So that's when our guys, COC guys, come out and evaluate. So the sooner you get that in the system, all right, that's quick. All right, and then in January we don't do anything. February is when we evaluate our staff. All right, maybe you're in the league 55 years and you should retire. This might not be for you anymore. Okay, we'll have that conversation. I'm going to try to you'll get a report early February on your past year. How many correct calls you had, incorrect calls, what the observer said. You'll get a synopsis. That's all done in quick rep, so it's very easy. Okay, and then I don't know about you, but for me, training physical is 12 months a year, so I have to stay on top of that shit. Okay, that's what you're gonna do in March, and then April we'll start back again where we are now, and getting tests back out and getting ready for the season. That's kind of a idea of what I got going. Does that make sense to you, Division I guys? We kind of follow their model, the old Al Benson, Sally Benson thing. Tom would know that.
Yeah.
My wife is a Sally Benson. She's our IT person.
Well, just because I'm sending calls to other guys in the chapter, what's like your turnaround time expected?
I would hope 1 week. Seriously, I'm behind the 8 ball on getting, I hate to beat a dead horse, my technology side up and running. So if you guys could each individually maybe have, if you want to talk, but within the week, try to get the application back to me. Okay, for the guys that aren't here, have them email me, and I'll email them an application. Okay? The fees aren't due until July 1st. All right, by the way. I already told you when the clinic was, right? July 21st.
Yeah, and that fee includes
Technology
both
stuff?
all the technology stuff plus the clinic.
Right,
So
there's no extra fee.
I think it's the same. It was the same across ECAC. It was $75 plus $50 for the clinic. So it'll be similar. That's where he's coming up with.
Right, that's right, right.
What's the date of the clinic, Bill?
July 23rd.
23rd.
It's a Saturday. Again, we're trying to get the venue. I'm hoping Hobart, because it's a little more. If I get 20 new guys, I might move it to Houston. I don't know. I don't want to bribe anybody. Plan on Hobart. I know. I know, it would be, but I gotta look at the Buffalo guys.
You mentioned Buffalo. What would the expectation be of someone?
Very slim, very slim.
Take
Okay.
the wife to Niagara Falls.
It'd be similar to Buffalo guys
all
coming
have
to Union or
the-
Right.
Here's my goal. My goal is that you're gonna work, you work at home once and away once,
At the most.
at the most. Okay, they don't like to see the same face. All right? I mean, I talked to Bob Wagner at the COC, and he doesn't think 4 or 5 hours is a piece of problem to drive to the game. I'm on the other hand, we'll work with you on that, okay? We can make switches.
A lot of beer,
Pardon me?
a lot of beer on the way home.
Yeah, don't be caught. Don't get a DWI on me. So I'll try not to do that. I mean, it's only Buck State that's up there, okay? So you've got 4 home games, 5 home games. St. Lawrence,
The
yes.
bat's blue, like,
How far is St. Lawrence from here? So that's not bad.
How about if you take the ferry?
5 hours on the ferry.
Get to the
Uh-huh.
ferry.
So what you can do is you can take the application if you want to, or you can email me separate if you want to discuss something offline. Get it back to me, like next weekend, all right, a week from tomorrow. All right, that way I can put to bed my technology side of this.
Basically the end of the month, Bill, right? Because Saturday's the 23rd.
Yeah, let's make May 1st, good point. Please, that's why you're here. We are gonna have an apparel, with our logo on it. We designed the logo. That's gonna be available, hopefully. I can get that all done by the clinic. I'm working for the company right now. We've already come up with the logo. So hopefully we get that out to you. One of them's gonna be a mock turtleneck with the logo on it, so that's one of the things we're doing. Oh, yeah, good point. You had to do it for the ECAC, there's a physical form, one, the doctor signs it, he's okay to officiate. Independent contractors. If you're in a car accident, going to a game, Across the board. Even at the higher level. Even at the high level. All right? What else am I forgetting? I think I got everything. Oh, yes. A lot of schools want to use it. Also, like Union wants people to come out and have sex. And I'm all for it. He knows what the fee is. So we got to go to his budget, but yes, I will be assigning those once I get all that. 3 of them that I know right now.
Hartwick is scrimmage in Union.
Right, Hardwick is scrimmage in Union. Alfred has one, Rockford, there's one, you probably all have one. Whether or not they scrimmage each other, or they probably don't scrimmage each other. So I will be assigning that once I get all that. Also, we have Cornell.
Yeah, we've, two modalities that I've always assigned it. Sprint, there's 3 sprint, maybe an alumni game that they do. 5 to 7 officials, usually 5 for the alumni. And then Cornell gave us quite a list of Navy games. I don't know how many will end up being, but last year they had 3. And this year, I think there was 5 or 6 they have listed. Maybe they'll do 3 or 4. It all depends on how their, how their players are feeling. We have those also that, does anybody from Western New England work sprint in anywhere? Did Yale work those then, or? Okay, all right. So those are fun games. I just heard that Princeton dropped their sprint.
Were you the one who told me that, or I
Yeah,
heard that
yeah.
from someone?
I was looking at Cornell's schedule. One of the home games was Princeton, and it was no longer going up to Princeton, and found out Princeton decided to drop sprint football.
I forgot about 2 other organizations. Chief going to CFO. There's a rumor, and I haven't confirmed it, I will confirm it very soon, If you do not join the CFC, you will Division III playoffs. Okay? I don't believe that is true, but we've had guys that work playoffs that weren't CFO members. It's a good organization, it gives you rules updates, blah, blah, blah. You also should join NASA, NASA, okay? Because that gives you liability protection. All right? Those are two important things. What?
With NASA, you do that.
I don't know. I do a lot of flying.
Take it up stage. CFO is not available to us. These days.
Okay. If you're a supplemental official, which would be the Division I guys, or maybe, or I think Con asked, that belong to Bill Ward, but also want to work in me, you don't have to have a clinic, provided he has a clinic. Okay? So you don't have to double dip on the clinics. I want an application because I got to get you quick rep. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah, that'll help when it for scheduling. Just put it in, just put it right in here. Don't even go over it. Okay, then I'll know. If you're already in huddle and quick rep, I got to put you still in quick rep because it's by conference. Okay. Oh, I won't have to because you have a huddle account.
Bill, do you know if, I know like, for me, I go in the huddle and look at all the film from all the different conferences that I get access to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only, and I have one idea. When somebody has a huddle account for another league, they are not you also, will they be able to get the film for you guys the same as two different accounts?
There'll be one account.
Okay.
But the administrative right won't be there unless I tell Rusty.
This is huddle.
I understand. Well, I mean, to tell Huddle to give them to you.
Okay.
Same with Rusty.
So you, but that's what you would do.
Administrative rights to the CLC.
Can I answer it?
Yeah.
Right, so I gotta have rights to NFOC. Now,
Hello.
you have that.
Oh, hi, Jane. How are you doing?
Have a physical before the clinic, or would you be willing to accept the physical?
For the client. It's just one line form. Don't forge it though.
I don't think you're looking for a physical, you're just looking for the doctor approved that they're fit to play, to officiate, not to play.
Dr. Tom can sign it.
Dr. Tom? Just reading some of the notes that we had in the other meetings. Oh, Schwartzy, why don't you go over your Charlie Leatherhead?
There's somebody, I believe he's in the COC. His email goes as Charlie Leatherhead. Of course, that's not the guy's name, but he sends out a daily email during the season, a question a day. And so we'll be play one for day one. The next day you'll have play two with the play, and you figure out what the answer is. And there'll be an answer from the previous day's play one. Here's the answer, right? So you'll get that every day. If you're part of Bill's staff, I'll get that email address out to Charlie Leatherhead or the administrator of Charlie Leatherhead to get that email. And it's just something you go first thing in the morning. If you get your work email or your personal email, it pops up there. It gets you thinking about football every day. There's also another website that I just got, and I'm going to pass on to the guys, that gives you a rule of the day. And I don't know, some of you guys have that already. I kind of like it. I've only had it for 3 or 4 days. It's pretty.
You learned one rule?
Huh?
You only learned one rule?
Four rules. So.
And it's not the full rule, it's just a section.
Yeah, but it has.
You have the full section.
Right, but it references that plus
Right.
anything that's related to it. I think it could be helpful.
Clock operators. If you know anybody who wants to be a clock operator, maybe there's a retired guy here that isn't here tonight. Reach out to him. We need clock operators. There's 2 for every school. So I need, if I have 7 assignments, that's 14 clock operators on a weekend. They're not going to travel. Their fee is $50 to join us because they have to attend the clinic. And there's a couple other things they have to know. They have to know the rules, so they're going to get some rule updates, okay? But if you know one, reach out, give them my contact info, okay? And I'll be glad to send them an application. Another question that was brought up was, I guess last year, the organization sometimes had their own mechanics. Well, we're going to follow the CFO mechanics. Okay, no exceptions. So whatever the CFO manual says on mechanics is what we're going to do. Do you know how to get all that with PDF, your rule book and your mechanics? Does anybody here know Sean? New guy on that sometime? He needs to get that sooner than later. No matter what organization you join, get your rule book and your mechanics and get in the rule book. Okay. You might not get the mechanics because the mechanics have changed, so you might not get a mechanics on the June 1st. I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay. Let's see.
Bill, I had a question from one of the guys on line here. Said that if they are on a crew for Bill Ward, but work for you occasionally, will you still be able to move up through your contacts? Is that a possibility?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Provided he doesn't shit on me, for better words. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I'm here to help anybody move along that I can. I don't care where they are, what color they are, or anything along that line. Mark Klaczynski, I don't know if you guys know Mark Klaczynski. He's going to be my rules guy. He's a Division I referee out of Big Ten. He's worked ball games, won the MAC championship last year. He's my rules go-to guy. Unfortunately, I got to spend a little time in the NFL rule book. So if you have a rules question, shoot it to me. If I can't get it, then I'll go to Mark. Okay. I told the coach today that get a hold of me during the week if he has formation questions. He wants to run a trick play. Get a hold of us. Let us know before we get to the site. Okay, so we can do our due diligence and make sure we're telling them the correct how we want to officiate that particular play. So I'm meeting with every Liberty coach. There's a group May 10th. There's a group in face with the Empire 8 coaches, so I can hit all of them at once. Where I'm hitting these guys, like tomorrow I got RPI. Okay, so we stress that to them.
And you want their questions to go through you and not the referee of the next week.
Correct. Everything comes through me. It gets you. Remember, social media can be a killer. So we got to watch. It's in the code of conduct. We got to watch the social media aspect of it. That's what hurts us. So we try to squash that, Facebook and all that other, whatever all that other stuff is. That's it, guys. I don't have anything else, honestly. Thanks for coming. If you have anything, shoot me. Hope I hear from you guys within a week. And we're going to have fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to watch some football. All right? Anything else? Thank you. Shut that thing off now.
Got it.